Hello, my dear friends. You're welcome to my class today. Last week in geography, we looked at the instruments used in measuring weather and climate. Today, we're going to be looking at population. Now, what happens if you're 23 in your class and 20 more pupils are brought to your class in the middle of the term with no extra seats for them and using the same space of your classroom? What will you do? What are the things you will do? Okay, so let's go on to our topic. It's called population. Now, what is population? This simply means the number or the whole number of people or the inhabitants of a particular place, a region, okay, or a country. Now, for example, you have the population of, say, pupils in a particular class, the population of children in a particular school, the population of adults in a particular place, depending on what you're measuring. Even rodents, ants, they have their own population. So, Nigeria has been estimated to have 206,139,589 people in Nigeria. We're told that is our number. And we're told also that we're 264% of the world's population. So how do we measure this? It's through census. Census is just a process by which government uses in counting individuals of a particular place. That means there's a head count of families, individuals in families, individuals in a community, individuals in any place you want to measure. But most times, census is being carried out in a country by the government by going house to house and counting the individuals there. Now, let's look at the types of population. Number one, we have underpopulation. This type of population has less number of people for the available resources. That is, we have less number of people and you have more resources available. So there you have like underused resources. For example, you have in Paraguay, you have in Australia, you have in Canada, in Greenland, in Bolivia, in Botswana and the rest of them. Now let's move on. Now, what are these resources? Now you can see these are my own resources in my house, my plate of food, my tap running, the toilet, just to show us a few of them. We have water, we have houses, we have schools, we have roads, electricity, transportation, jobs, and the rest. These are the resources that are available for individuals. Number two, we have optimum population. Now, this is a type of population with the right number of people for the available resources. It means that if put on a scale, they will be on a balance. There will be a balance between the number of people and the available resources. So we have example, the US, that's in United States of America. The third one is overpopulation. Now, this just means too much or too many people available to be supported by the available resources. Too many people for less resources. So we said there are two causes to this particular kind of population. Number one, we have the growth must have gone so much that it now went beyond the available resources, or the existing resources have been depleted. They've been used and overused. Okay, now let's go on. Okay, now we're told that Singapore is the world's most overpopulated country. Can you beat that? Followed by Israel and Kuwait. Okay, so now let's look at the factors that affect population. Number one, we have birth rate. Now, birth rate just simply means giving birth to new individuals. Now, it also, another name for that is natality. Okay, so the more the people are being given birth to, the more the population will increase, right? The population rate will definitely go higher. Now, number 2, death rate, just like the opposite of birth rate. Now, death rate is mortality. Now, the more people die, the lower the population number or rate will be. Number 3, we have availability of social amenities and infrastructure. Now, this could also mean cultural amenities, social amenities available. Now, when people do well, when amenities are provided by the government, the people will definitely do well. It means that the population will definitely either remain steady or it will increase. Now, number 4, migration. It could be emigration, people coming into your own country, or immigration, you going out of the country. Now, when people come into your country, your own population will do what? It will explode. That means if they come in their large numbers, it will definitely increase. But when you are leaving your country and moving out of your country, then your own population will decrease. So you see, movements definitely affects population. Now, number 5, we have healthcare. The better the healthcare, the better the people will do. So if there's less healthcare, people will die. If there's no healthcare at all, people will die, and more people will not be productive. So it definitely will affect the rate of population or population itself entirely. Number 6, we have education. The more educated a society is, the better they will do. So education affect people who travel to other countries, to go to school. People travel out of their own country because maybe they don't have good schools, so they move out to other places where you have better education. So you see, it affects. Number 7, we have wars. Now, this is very obvious. People will be killed, people will be made refugees, either they run out of the country to other places. So you see, it affects the number of people either in their own countries or where they're running to, and some would definitely die. So you see, population is affected. Number 8, we have climate. Now, the weather of a place, the climate of a place affects population. People run out of very hot regions, very, very cold regions. They want to go to places. You see the examples we gave earlier. We said we have some places that are underpopulated. Now, the reason is because of their climate. I want to believe one reason is because of their climate. So you see, it definitely affects population. Now, number 9, we have economic development. Now, when a place is developed, people will come into that country or that place. Okay, if it is not, people will also move out. And number 10, we have government policies. If government policies are favorable, people want to live in such environment. But if they are not favorable, people want to move out of that particular environment. And I'm sure you won't blame them for that. Okay, now let's go on. Like I said, very interesting evaluation for you to think of. What happens when people live in the same amount of space? More people. Number 2, in the middle of the school year, many more students join your classroom. What changes will you have to make? I want you to think very well. Sit down, write your answers on clean sheets, write your names, and make sure your parents get them snapped and sent to my WhatsApp number. Thank you so much for staying with me. God bless you, and bye-bye, dear friends.